everybody. Welcome to the Enough Said podcast. This is season number 3, episode number 4. As always, we love to get your feedback. Please hit us up. Drop us a line at enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. Today, we have all hands on deck, full crew. Jermaine, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back, Sal J.
Yeah, let's get this over with. Jermaine's got to pee in 2 hours.
Well, I was gonna say what's up, Sal, but I see you've already made your introduction. So Dre, what's going on? How you living?
Man, I'm living large. That's how I'm living. It's all good. I'm ready for this one. Come on, bring it.
All right.
Let me just say, I'm going a couple weeks, and I already got replaced as a host. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah,
pretty
much.
Damn.
Business is practice for me, Sal. You know, you're the greatest. You know, I just have to, I'm just upping my skills a little bit.
Just passing the mic down. Just passing the mic. Just passing it.
I got to give him props, man. He did a great job, but the clown show behind him, that was what I was concerned about. I was missing there, you know what I mean? So.
Oh, my goodness.
He calling you out already, man.
He ain't calling me a clown.
That's what I heard.
You were talking to yourself.
In between the lines.
You're talking to yourself.
I'm not. He called you a clown. Okay,
that's fine because he has a low IQ, so I'm looking
man!
Wow, the shots are coming already. I tell you, this is going to be good.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yes, indeed. So look, we got a great show today. Definitely got some good NFL talk that's coming up. But listen, first off, there is an important matter we got to attend to. So, to our listeners out there, what you are about to listen to is real. The participants are not actors. They have a legitimate text message feud that has gone on for weeks and has not been settled. The two have dropped their war of words and have decided to have their case settled here at our forum, the Enough Said Court. Today's case is called You Like That? Our plaintiff Sal from Philadelphia. Sal is sick of Kirk Cousins and he's had enough. Sal is suing for $84 million in damages and acknowledgement that Kirk Cousins sucks. Our defendant today is Dre. Dre believes Kirk is a good QB and does not suck. On top of defending Kirk Cousins, Dre is countersuing for slander and defamation. Presiding over this case is the Honorable Judge Jermaine. Court is now in session.
Am I saying that right? Hey, look.
This
is Judge Jermaine, all right? I'm not, okay? I'm not wearing that white wig. I don't have a black robe on.
I don't know, Sal. I said, your IQ?
Hear me. Hey,
I can't come on with this. I can't take this seriously.
I'm in control now, all right? Y'all need to relax.
Let's go.
Order in the court.
In the court, yes, plaintiff. I mean, yes, what do you call that guy that's in the back there?
The bailiff.
The bailiff. Yes, bailiff. Get this court in order.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I have Andre, Mr. Andre. He is suing for slander over Kirk Cousins, saying that Kirk Cousins doesn't suck. Then we have Mr. Sal J, I call him. He's saying that Kirk Cousins does suck. I pray that you guys have legitimate excuses or legitimate complaints about what we're about to talk about, okay? All right? I don't want no foolishness or anything, all right? So let's get it on. Let's get ready. This is my courtroom. Let's get ready to rumble! Dre, you up first. Let's go, bro.
So to establish the
I can't hear you. You got to speak up.
You're lucky that this is a PG show. All right.
Bailiff.
Can you shut up, Judge?
All right.
Shut up.
Let's go.
Shut up, Judge. All right. So, week 2.
Tell him to shut up.
Week 2, Sal and I were conversating over the text, and he said, "Man, Kirk Cousins sucks." And I looked at it and I said, "Well, he's a good quarterback." And he said, "Well, how's he a good quarterback?" So let's just first establish this. Sal is saying he sucks because of he doesn't win playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I was saying that Kirk Cousins has good statistics for a good quarterback, and he doesn't suck in that aspect. So I just want to get the ground rules straight first. Is that correct, Sal?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to bring up good points. Sal said that Kirk Cousins is 1-3 in the playoffs, which means he sucks. He can't win.
Right.
Okay. So I did my homework, and I want to ask Sal about a couple of other quarterbacks. And my question to you, Sal, is before I give out my statistics, okay? Statistics, man. Does Josh Allen suck?
Josh Allen's only been in the league for how many years? We don't know yet.
Just answer the question, yes or no. Does he suck?
I don't know. He hasn't been in the league long enough yet.
Okay, well, to let you know, he only has one more win than Kirk Cousins in the playoffs. He's only been in there 3 times, and he has 2. Kirk Cousins is 1-3. Okay? So if you're saying Kirk Cousins sucks, you're also saying that Josh Allen sucks.
That's irrelevant because Kirk Cousins has been in the league way longer than Josh Allen. He's had way more opportunities than Josh Allen. So next.
Okay, Matthew Stafford. Does Matthew Stafford suck?
Yes.
Okay, you say yes. Okay, because he doesn't suck. Kirk Cousins doesn't even I'm sorry, a little bit around. Matthew Stafford doesn't even come close to Kirk Cousins. Because prior to the Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford has never won a playoff game. And then if you look at the career of the last 5 years for both players, Matthew Stafford has less yardage, less touchdowns, and more interceptions than Kirk Cousins. And on top of that, over there, Mr. Mike, he was the highest paid rookie contract when he signed with Detroit. So all I'm saying is, like, when you had Megatron and you had all that accolades and all that stuff there, to me, who really sucks is not Kirk Cousins, it's Matthew Stafford, and he's got a Super Bowl ring. So you're telling me he sucks?
I agree with you that Stafford sucks, and I got some stats too.
You know, so I can't say that I can't say that Kirk Cousins sucks. You're wrong. He doesn't suck, but I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Go ahead, Sal.
All right, let me just say this. So I asked Dre if Brett Favre sucked. All right?
Yeah, you did.
And he said, yes, Brett Favre sucks. All right, so let's look at Kirk Cousins' playoff stats, and let's look at Brett Favre's playoff stats, shall we? All right, So Kirk Cousins, all right, he's got total 774 yards in the playoffs. That's it for 3 playoff games. He's got 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brett Favre, on the other hand, who you say sucks, has a Super Bowl. All right, forget good playoff stats, Super Bowl. Now, look, I'm not Ron. I'm not saying Brett Favre is, all right, I'm not going over. But 5,855 yards, 44 touchdowns, 30 interceptions in the playoffs. Dan Marino, all right? Does Dan Marino suck? He's never won a Super Bowl, but he's got 4,510 yards in the playoffs. He's got 32 touchdowns and 24 interceptions. So are you comparing Kirk Cousins to Brett Favre? If you're saying Brett Favre sucks, are you saying Kirk Cousins doesn't? Are you saying that Kirk Cousins is better than Brett Favre then?
Well, I'm going back to the open argument you just said between Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen. Daggone Brett Favre has been playing like 30 years compared to him to Kirk Cousins. So yeah, he's going to have more.
True, but there's not as much difference. Josh Allen's only playing a year or 2. Kirk Cousins had longer than that.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's back up. Back up. Josh Allen has not been playing a year or 2.
How many years has he been playing?
He's been in the league for 5
This is
years.
5 years. Oh.
Is it about 3?
This
It's
is,
3
this is year
years?
3. This is year 3.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
see?
Yeah.
It's only gonna be
Three,
a
real
couple of
threes.
years.
Excuse me.
Get a new judge. He's out. Objection.
Hey.
But my argument, though, so all seriousness, though, I wasn't looking at player. I'm looking at all around quarterback. So you
Okay,
tell
but
him
then
he
that goes
sucks.
back-
Okay, so Kirk Cousins sucks during a regular. I mean, he doesn't suck during a regular season, but when he makes the playoffs, he sucks.
Right.
Just because he
I
didn't
would
win.
concede to that. But here's what I think we got to define. What, like you said, what is suck? Right?
Exactly. What is suck?
What is suck? Is suck not making the playoffs? Is suck not winning the Super Bowl? Is suck getting into the playoffs and not having good stats, right? So if you're saying that Kirk Cousins doesn't suck and that Brett Favre does suck, you're saying essentially that Kirk Cousins is better than Brett Favre. Now, don't let Ron hear that. If he's listening to this podcast, he's going to throw something through the damn machine.
He can throw a damn machine all he wants. Because you know what?
You tell him that Kirk Cousins is better than Brett Favre?
He is stupid. I'm serious. He is stupid to put Brett Favre number 3 all time.
Okay,
I'm going to call Mike as my witness. Mike, you are my witness.
Stupid on this. In my court,
Mike.
Okay?
All right, stupid.
Mike is my
Okay,
witness.
stupid.
Mike is my witness. Mike, is Brett Favre better than Kirk Cousins?
Oh boy, yeah. I would say yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but, okay. But back to Matthew Stafford versus Kirk Cousins. I mean, look all this. He won a Super Bowl, so what? You tell him he still sucks. He won a Super Bowl, Sal. So you tell him he sucks.
Well,
That's
He
what you're
had
saying.
the genius behind him.
Sal.
Oh, that's no excuse.
Sal.
Oh, no excuse. Yeah, big genius behind him. He had Cooper
can
Kupp
I break in for a
pitching
little
for
bit?
him.
Yeah,
Josh
quiet.
Allen was drafted in 2015. But go ahead.
No way.
Okay, so
That
what?
just happened.
2015?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, there's no way
Go
he's
ahead.
playing that long.
Mike, I'm looking at it right now. Josh Allen.
I did not think he was playing
drafted
that
in
long.
2015.
Well, I stand corrected. I did not think he played that long. So that's even worse. If you've been playing that long and that's all he's got, that's even worse.
So that's what Dre is trying to say. Is Josh Allen just as bad as Kirk Cousins?
How long has Kirk Cousins been in the league?
He's been in the league for when I looked at it, 8 years, 7, 8.
It's got to be longer than that because he was an RG.
It's longer than that.
Because he was RG2.
10
That's
years.
2012. RG3 was the 2012 years.
Okay, so 10.
So Josh Allen is 7. Kirk
I'm
Cousins
sorry.
is
Hold
10.
on. All right. Hold on.
Don't tell me the judge is wrong.
Judge is wrong.
Oh, here we
It
go.
was 2018.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Y'all turning no say
Mike
court.
had, my bailiff had this peculiar look on his face and whatnot, and
I thought he wasn't in there that long.
No,
All right, so
2018.
so let's back up then.
Well, to me, like all seriousness, Sal, you're right, and I'm right. You're wrong, and I'm wrong because we're talking about two different things here, honestly. Because the initial thought was when we talked about this over the phone, I was watching the game, and you said he sucked, and I said he didn't suck. I wasn't even thinking about playoffs. I was just thinking about how good he plays because he's ranked 15th right now in this 2023-22 season, but he finishes out as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He always throws for over 4,700 yards.
Well, let's hold off on this season in fairness to Cousins too, because I got Jalen Hurts ranked number 1, which Jalen's playing well, but let's not put him in MVP.
I need to interrupt right here. Okay, I need to interrupt. All right, because this can go way south. Okay, do not have Jalen Hurts in your mouth, Sal. Okay, so let's just move on. Okay, let's just move on. He plays for a team that you divorced. Okay, and I'm just leaving it like that. Now, don't piss me off. Okay, because I will have it in Dre's favor of him winning this court. All right. So keep that name out of your mouth. All right.
So
I will say Jalen Hurts a million times.
So let's have. So you guys got some quick closing arguments, real quick, so Jermaine can give his ruling.
I say he doesn't suck. I'm sticking to it.
That's not a closing argument. I mean, what the hell?
We already said
he doesn't suck. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, it's
Can
recorded.
You do better than that?
People can rewind it back, man. I'm not. I said what I had to say.
Go ahead, Sal.
All right. Look, all I'm saying is that for me, a quarterback that doesn't suck or a quarterback that does suck is determined by not necessarily how many Super Bowls they win. Yes, of course, that helps and that's a bonus. They perform in the regular season. They perform in the playoffs. And if you look at Kirk Cousins' stats that he performed in the regular season, Dre's right. Its stats are not that bad. But when it comes playoff time, he has not gotten there yet. When you compare him to the Favres, the Marinos, and all that, he's just not there. Maybe he gets there. I don't know, 10 years in the league. He's not getting younger, but you can't look at his stats and say he doesn't suck in the playoffs or that he cannot take a team to the next level. He just can't. If he finds a way with Jefferson, more power to him.
Okay. Can I make a ruling, please? Because
no, because you told me to Jalen Hurts' name out of your mouth.
Excuse me.
Order.
Oh, there you go. Order. Yeah.
I'll take a cheeseburger and
order. You guys made valid points, but the bottom line is, yes, both of you guys are absolutely right. All right, Kirk Cousins sucks in the playoffs. All right, but during the regular season, he's a good quarterback in the regular season. All right, so my judgment is going to be that we're going to call this whole thing even. This $84 million, Sal, what the hell? I mean, really? You want to sue for $84 million? How about if I just sue your ass for $84 million because you was talking about you want to divorce the Philadelphia Eagles and you're text messaging back and forth, leader of the pack, talking about stats and all this stuff. How about that? Huh? Talk to me.
Because
nothing.
Mike thinks the Eagles are going to have this magical season. All right.
Mike's on the outside looking in. He's on the outside looking in. He's a 49ers. He's got his own issues. Okay. He has his own issues with his team.
You, Jermaine and Sal, you brought up a good point. He's outside looking in. You guys got to step outside and look at the team. Look at the Eagles. Both of y'all doubted the Eagles from the jump.
Whoa. Hold on.
Detroit, you said Detroit going to lose?
Hold on. All right. Now we're jumping. There's no more judge. This is Jermaine now. Listen to me. Go ahead, Dre. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I started thinking about this.
Okay.
Both of you guys are what you said to me in the other episode, loser. when you said I was a loser. Both of you guys are losers in the sense that you are afraid that we're going to lose. Sal, you're stuck in the past, always saying negative things about the Eagles, and you are the most emotional. Jermaine, you are the most emotional realist I ever seen. So
I'll agree with Dre on that. And I wasn't alone last week when I thought the Eagles were going to lose because it could have been 21-0 really quickly. And I'll admit, I was the first
Philadelphia
one to say,
overall franchise is a losing team. In all those years, Jermaine, you said it to me before. We get the hope shot down every year. And it hurts because you're a diehard Eagles fan. You are. Right. We all are. And it hurts. But when you come out and tell me that we're going to lose to Detroit, okay, you statistically going by your stats and everything. I'm just telling you, yes, I'm emotional. But as an Eagles fan, I did not see us losing that first game. And then the Jaguars, they looked like from 3 weeks, looked like they were going to be a contender. But once Philadelphia had the game in control, you guys still had to pick it apart.
The game was never in control. I'm talking about Detroit. The game was not in control the second half. Okay? So what I'm saying is the simple fact is they did not play a complete game. They didn't. They did not play a complete game. All right. So that's all I'm saying. So when you say that I'm emotional and this, that, and the other, look, yes, I'm with Sal. I've seen it all too many times before. Okay. I have. All right. Yes. And yes, you look in the past and whatnot. All right. But what I'm saying is that Detroit game was not, and they didn't have a complete control. They didn't. The bottom line, Jacksonville. Okay, Jacksonville. They showed me something. Down 14-0. All right. I had and that's anybody. That's anybody's Eagle fan. All right. whatever Eagle fan that you are and whatnot, yes, you do have that settled back in your mind. There's no way Dre was like, oh yeah, well, we got this. They're down 14-0. No, Dre, if you've been a long-time Eagles fan and you saw what happened and whatnot, you know what I mean? Down 14-0, because I told you, the Eagles of old would have sat down, folded, and died like a wet piece of paper towel. That's how they would have done. But they showed something. They proved something to me. They got another test this week, okay? So, yes, I said I'm 98% on board and whatnot, but they got another test, and we'll get into it down the road. I mean, during this podcast. We'll talk about it.
So, right? Testing Kyler Murray. That's rough.
What are you talking about?
No, you said the word test. And Kyler Murray, with this whole study.
Oh man, okay. Come on, all right, let's move on. We're gonna get to that game. Let's just move on.
We are gonna move on.
All right, so look, let's go ahead and get into NFL talk. Another full slate of games this Sunday. No buys. So real quick, gotta go over Thursday night. Colts Broncos. Did the Broncos bust on Russ and can hack it?
Jesus. I don't know who to blame on that, Russ. I have no idea. I mean, did Pete Carroll call this and whatnot? He saw what was happening and got rid of Russ at the right time. Jesus, I can imagine what Denver's radios talk about right now. They're worse than us as far as Philly fans. They're going the hell off. Like somebody's got to go. Hackett, Russ, somebody got to go. Somebody's head's got to get chopped because this is ridiculous.
Speaking of chopping heads, let me just say this. Somebody on this podcast was willing to give up 3 first-round picks for this man. Remember who that was?
Yeah.
Do you know what that would have been like if the Eagles would have given up 3 first-round draft picks for Russell Wilson?
Wow. Well, okay? I think Russ is playing with incompetent coaching. If he were to come to the Eagles, he would have been around a lot better team. He probably would have done well. But where he's at, I don't know. I thought Denver was.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have got A.J. Brown, though, Mike.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have got A.J. Brown. For 2 picks? Because I ain't saying 3.
That's right. You gave away the picks,
100.
Yeah.
Well, in your defense, though, I think you said you would go 2, maybe not 3. I think you did say 2.
I didn't say 2.
Yeah. And honestly, at the time, I mean, Russ Wilson looked a lot better than Jalen Hurts. So you was like, it'd be an upgrade. But, looking at it now, it's a good thing you didn't make that deal. But, I mean, Russ is just – I just think it's a bad fit. And they're stuck with him. I mean, Denver gave up draft picks, 2 first-rounders. They gave away the tight end. They gave away a receiver. And then they still on the hook for the $40 million from the 2 years Russ has on his current deal. And then the next deal, I think 80 or 90% of that money is guaranteed whether he plays with them or not. So I'll tell you who I blame, and no one's really talking about it. I blame John Elway. I don't think he's a good GM. You talk about Howie Roseman. I think Elway is garbage, man. I think other than getting Peyton Manning, who was a zombie at the time, to get a Super Bowl, I don't think he's done well at all as a GM. I think every coach he's hired, he's fired people after one season. He's hired guys, for defense, but they need an offense. And now he's hired Hackett, who's like the son of Paul Hackett, and people from Kansas City are like, Paul Hackett, when he was offensive coordinator, he sucked. So his son sucks. And so I blame Elway. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Are you saying Elway sucks?
Elway was good as a player, but he's not good as a GM. I mean, you
sucks as a GM.
You talk about Howie, boy. I mean, I'm telling you, Denver fans probably be like, they probably would take Howie in a heartbeat over Elway because Elway don't get it right.
Hackett
what
can't coach.
What about John Lynch over Elway?
Elway, I mean, John Lynch. I mean, he's basically good. You saw the game the other night. You saw that safety looking like Junior Palomalo. I mean, that's John Lynch.
John
that's
Lynch,
drafting, finding gems. He's a 5th, 6th round draft pick. So I mean, he doesn't hit all the time, but they do a pretty good job of finding some good players late in the draft. Howie does it too. I mean, you got to give due credit. He can find some gems late. Usually whiffs on the first rounds, but in the deeper rounds, he finds some pretty good players. But Elway, I don't know. I'm not sold on that guy. I think Flores probably was telling the truth when he said the dude showed up drunk to interview. He's probably right.
Wow.
And the episode 1 when we made our you gave us our divisions to pick, and I don't remember who had the Denver,
The West, yeah.
but I don't know who had the West, but I think we all had Denver like 1-2, right? And then we had
something like
I think
that.
I had the West.
and
Yeah.
then we had the Colts, and the Colts were like in the bottom.
But you know what the crazy thing is? You know what the AFC is up it's up for grabs. Because really nobody, I mean, they're pretty much playing all the same at the same level. I mean, considering Denver and stuff, but it's up for grabs if you really think about
So the pendulum has shifted to the NFC then.
it.
So far,
Danny Dimes is 3-1.
yeah. I mean, the
Danny
AFC,
Dimes is
yeah.
3-1.
And the AFC
And
West
Eagles
was
are
supposed to be the
4-0.
top division. Now it's supposed to be like cutthroat city. Like every team was going to be, every team was going to be lights out. And Kansas City kind of struggles a little bit, even though I think they're better than everybody else in the division. But the Chargers are starting to look like paper tigers a little bit, and Denver is just in the dumps. And the Raiders, they're lucky they won a game. I mean, they barely beat Denver. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, and Russell, like you said, Jermaine, did Pete Carroll see something? That,
he saw something. He's like, "Yeah, all right, see you later, Russ." Pretty much, y'all can have him, and then you're going to pay, all that money, Mike. Golly,
and then to finish it real quick, Mike, with the Colts, Frank Wright, man, is he in the hot seat?
Somebody is.
I think
that team don't look like they have talent. And then. I think what's it called? Not Hines got hurt, and then Taylor hasn't really got going. The offensive line.
And then they had Lindsey last night, from Denver to play for the Colts. Lindsey, the running back.
Well, you know what? I mean, go back to Nyheim Hines, man. I'm telling you, we talked about it on the text thread and all that stuff. You see how he got up and he was all wobbly about the pass. I'm telling you, I think we're going towards flag football, man, to where you can't touch nobody. As far as helmet to helmet or even tackling and all that stuff, man. The speed of the game is just going crazy over the last few years, and everybody's just getting popped. It's a shame.
And with the new helmets, too, that's supposed to help with all the new helmets. Like I have to say, the 49ers helmet, man, good Lord. I was like, they got to have their head protected the way that thing was looking. But still, it's not, you know what I mean? Because remember years ago, Rydell had the lock on only helmets to be, used in the NFL.
Right.
And then after the whole concussion thing and the move, that doctor you mentioned for the concussions, that's when NFL started looking at other manufacturers to make these helmets better. But it's still a problem.
Nothing you can do.
It's
nothing
still a problem.
It's tough. I mean, it's funny. Like we watched the Formula One racing, and they've done so many things to make that sport safe, and yet as aggressive as the drivers are, I mean, literally someone can still get killed out there because they go 100%, 110%, all the time, and that's how the football players are, man. You could put all the safety measures in place; these guys are going to go as hard as they can. And it's playing the most violent sport, but it's tough to take the toughness out of it. I mean, if they make it flag football, you might as well not show it.
That's the thing, man. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing though that rugby has less concussions? They have no equipment.
Yeah, but
because they talk about proper tackling. That they do.
I mean, I remember that time when they was interviewing Ray Lewis, and they saying his tackle when he tackles somebody, it's like two Mack trucks colliding. That says a lot right there. And then you wonder why Tua and I saw Nyheim Hines, getting up and he's wobbly. He can't get. Somebody's going to die on the. I mean, I'm sorry to say, man. Somebody's seriously going to die on the field. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean, I find it interesting that even the plays that don't look like they hurt. Or like Tua got thrown backwards. It's not like someone helmet to helmet hit him or hit him with a knee or something like that. He hit his head against the ground, and then the guy slung him. It's like, so now you're not gonna be able to throw a guy to the ground, or I don't know all the answers. I mean, I guess there's people out there that will keep studying this thing and figure out how they can make the game safer. But at the same time, players kind of like Formula One racers, you make it safer. They just get more aggressive, and keep pushing it to the edge. because
every year they
they're
get faster.
they're playing for their
Wow.
lives. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
exactly. Yeah.
you go from being paid to being broke in the NFL when the contracts are not guaranteed.
Yep.
So I mean, you can
Yeah.
instantly get hurt and never see the field
Yeah.
ever again. I think
Yeah.
Tua's probably looking at that like, well, I want to get back out as soon as possible. And Teddy Bridgewater lights it up, I might lose my job and never see the field again.
Yep.
So it's a tough balance. But, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
So let's go get in the games right quick. So first thing, like I was saying, we'll do the game and then give a quick grade of what you think of the team so far, since we're kind of almost to the quarter of the way into the season. So New York Giants versus the Green Bay Packers. Sal, you go ahead. You can start it off.
Yeah, I got to go with Green Bay in this one. I mean, I'll give Green Bay maybe a B because they're trying to get the running game going. They're trying to get the passing game going, without the obvious, the wide receiver who will remain nameless, who went to the AFC West. But the Giants, they got so many injuries, not only in the offensive line, their quarterback's hurt, their running backs are hurt. I just don't see the Giants pulling it out. They've had a valiant effort so far. I give them a B, but I just don't think they got enough juice in this one.
I'm making this bold prediction right now. I think the Commodores are going to have a better record than the Giants when the season's over. But on the game, I agree with Sal. Green Bay I think they're just going to roll all over the Giants. So,
What do you give the two teams a grade wise, real quick? Green Bay, what do you give them, and what do you give the Giants so far this season?
Oh, right now, I give the Giants, because the jury's still out, I give them an I, an incomplete.
No.
Here we go with the grade scale. I said A through F. He comes with an I. God dang it. Here we go. We're going to go PE, progressing, what?
Green Bay is hanging in there. I mean, Green Bay is what? I give Green Bay, because their schedule looks favorable the next few games and whatnot, as far as playing weak teams. So, yeah, right now I give them a B-.
What about you, Dre?
Yeah, I'll say Green Bay. For the season, I'm gonna say B- for Green Bay. I still want to see how. So far, he's shown me that he is starting to connect with the wide receivers he's got, and actually, he brought some life back into Cobb, which is interesting when I was watching. So.
You notice your boy ain't on. Remember we talked about that. Your boy ain't on the field. What is he out for? 6 weeks or something?
Right.
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, we said that. He's out. 1 week. 1 week. That's it. That's all it is. That's it. Yeah. And then the Giants. I'm going to say a C+ for them. I had them really worse than that. But then they were I seen, Saquon Barkley trying to show something. But then Sal, he's right. All these injuries coming up and all that. And then, the quarterback. So that's that, C+ and B-.
Okay. Yeah, I got Green Bay. And Dre, I think I'd go with your grades. I think that's pretty spot on. The Giants definitely have done better than I think most people expected. I think they look like they're progressing. Like if I was a Giants fan, I could see some hope, like they may have made the right coaching decision. It's just going to take a little time to get there. All right, let's go to the next game real quick. Let's go ahead and get to one that is kind of critical. Philadelphia traveling to Arizona. Go ahead, Jermaine. You can go.
Go, Jermaine. Go.
Yeah, we talked about this over the week. What I've been thinking about with Philly, I mean, Philly, they overcame a 2-touchdown deficit because, like I said, any other time, they'd have folded up, so they passed that one. They're averaging about 27, 30 points a game. I mean, you can't say anything better than that, when is the last time we ever actually had that? So, but I don't know. I can't. This is definitely a test, and me and Dre talked about this. This could be that trap game because we got Dallas next Sunday night.
Yep.
And also they don't play well on the West Coast. They never played well. So this is definitely, when I said, Mike, you looked at me laughing, Kyler Murray a test. So yeah, they never saw a quarterback like this as far as scrambling quarterback, So it's like I said, it's definitely going to be a test as far as discipline with the defense and all that stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm praying, I'm hoping they win, because if they win, that's definitely all checks off the board on my paper, as far as what they're doing and stuff this season. So, I got Philly. It's
okay.
Quick
grades.
What's your grade?
Your quick grades.
I'm looking at a A-.
And what about the Cardinals? What do you give them real quick?
Cardinals. Come on, man. A- is definitely a D. A D.
All right. Dre, what you got?
I got this. I feel the same way. This with Philadelphia, heading out to Arizona, not doing well on the road. If they can bring the same A game they did last week, I think they can. They'll pull it out against Arizona. If they, so I'm going to say I give Eagles an A. I give them an A, because I at the beginning of the season I wasn't really thinking that they're going to be at this level at 4-0. I had them like 3-1. So in Arizona, I mean, I don't know what that team lost their identity. I don't know what they are, honestly.
Never had an identity.
Mm-hmm.
What identity do they have? I mean, you go all the way back to Carson Palmer.
Well, wow, yeah, but they were looking. I think what's the name's rookie year, and then his second year, I thought they were looking pretty good. I thought they can do something. So I'm gonna give them a D, C-.
C-,
okay.
D+.
What you got, Sal?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, D+.
All right. What I got is that A.J. Brown will get 20 yards in the first half and 220 in the second half, much to Jermaine's disarray.
That's the real deal.
So Kyler Murray, if he studies, we'll pull up the upset.
If he studies, we pull up.
So who are you going to pick?
The Eagles, absolutely right. They never play well on the West Coast. Is this the game that changes them? I don't know. It's tough. I mean, if they do go out there and they do what they're supposed to do, they could either win this week and lose to Dallas, or they could lose this week as a trap game and win to Dallas. I don't see them winning both. So it's going to be one or the other, but I have a funny feeling it could be a trap game. I hope, as much as I hate Howie and there's this prestige on me that I'm not this Eagles fan or whatever, I mean, I'll admit Jermaine was.
What are you talking about?
Jermaine was right. The fact that he knows I'm going to be an Eagles fan and watch. It's just that Howie just infuriates me. He knows that, and but I will say that I do think the Eagles. It's going to be close, but I do think the Eagles might pull it out. Yeah.
And Sal, how we were joking around with Jake Elliott, they really might need him.
I wasn't joking. I mean,
he
legitimately hurt last game.
He's out.
I know. I know. Did you hear me? I said he's out. I'm saying in all seriousness, I was saying that we probably need him to win a field goal against Arizona. We don't have him.
We got Dicker the kicker.
Yeah, okay. We'll see how that goes. Dicker the kicker.
I was reading that. I said, am I reading this right? Dicker the kicker.
Oh, man. I didn't even pick up on that. I saw that, too.
Look, he hit a 65-yarder in college. Who knows? I mean, you don't know with these guys,
Yeah.
What was your grade? I'm sorry. I didn't hear your grade.
For the
Sal.
Eagles so far, I mean, look, I'll give them an A. I mean, they've beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. The Lions was out of control, and the first half against Jacksonville was a little scary. That was borderline to being out of control, but we'll give them the A for now. I agree. Arizona, they just can't establish themselves. They don't know who they are. I think a C plus.
See, and that's what makes it scary. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you say identity, they lost their identity. They don't have an identity, and that's what's scary. That's what's scary because they're out there playing, playing just pick up football and whatnot, and they could just pull out a win. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
That's how
got
Patrick Mahomes.
Welcome back, Sal. By the way, welcome back on the train there, bro. You know what I mean? Welcome back on the Eagles fans train.
Hey,
right?
I don't want to miss the magical season. That's what I'm
oh, man. My words got to him. My words inspired him.
Yeah, he's weaning off the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Weaning off of something.
Look,
So real quick.
let's say,
Go
really quickly though, if this doesn't go well and the Eagles somehow, let's just say
God.
they do flop,
Oh,
will you finally be on the train to get rid of Howie if they do
I'm
flop?
gonna tell you right now, if that ever happens, I think I'm done with this podcast because I don't want to see you anymore, Sal. You'll ride this thing all the way to it won't go anymore.
It's like we're setting ourselves up to get hurt again. It's like Lucy with the football. Every damn year we go through this, and then why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah, I know, but I think it's something different, and that's how I was telling Dre. There's something different about this team this year. I think they're complete all around. They got depth. I mean, although Milo is not playing, and I think Sam Milo's not playing either. We got depth on
back
both
of
sides.
well.
They lost McLeod. They lost McLeod, man.
Okay. They still got your punter though. Yeah, they still got your punter.
Hey, McLeod's not doing bad, by the way. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
It's all right. No, I was just gonna say I got the Eagles. Arizona's a division rival. I can't pick them no matter what. But yeah, I got the Eagles. I give the Eagles an A. They have been quite impressive. Not perfect, but definitely very, very well. And I give the Cardinals an F for frauds because that's what they are, frauds. So
I like it.
So no, I mean, in all seriousness, if I get the Cardinals a D, they really don't have an identity. They just kind of seem like they're just there, they're playing games. They might win somehow, but I don't know. I mean, that Kyler Murray game where he had to run like 80 yards. That was such a fluke. That game was lost. They should have lost that game. I mean, Rich Paul gave that away. So yeah, I got Eagles. So I got another good one. This is Jermaine's second team, Dallas.
You're hitting the score.
Going to the LA to play the Rams.
Why are you asking? Come on, man. Because if I pick Dallas, they go, "Oh yeah, there he goes, the undercover fan." No. Keep that to myself. No, Dallas and
Rush.
Dallas and LA, man. You want to talk about a mess? And I kept telling y'all that that the Rams were a fluke. Fluke.
You did.
There was one interception. If that Tart, whatever his name is from San Fran, could have been very easily. I told you they're a fluke. They're a fluke. McGee is a fluke.
And that's 100%.
If Jimmy G doesn't do that pirouette, like chuck over his shoulder, whatever that was,
there was a lot of
that twerk Mike's jaw, boy. I know it was like.
Yeah, I get to live it all over again this season. Here we go.
It looked like Trey Lance's ankle. It was like,
it's over there.
Yeah.
So Jermaine, what's your grade on Dallas and Rams? I mean,
to be honest with you, look again. That pass rush, Dallas is, they're bringing it. I mean, I think they're in the top 10. As far as sacks is concerned,
Michael Parsons,
Michael
Parsons,
right next to Philadelphia, and then Matt, what are you going to say with Matt, with Stafford? I mean, he's got his Cooper Kupp. I mean, this is crazy what they was doing. I said, this is amazing, and Cooper Kupp just he catches everything. It's crazy, and then you throw a little bit of Tyler Higbee, in that running game. No. They're not. They don't have it. So Dallas,
Akers is nothing.
Yeah.
Cam Akers and Devery Henderson. I
Yeah,
mean, ever
yeah.
since Whitworth? I mean, they seem like they don't have nothing, man, and they're about to lose Odell Beckham. So, bottom line is, I think Dallas. I got Dallas in this game winning. Cooper Russell's last game because now everybody the Dak train is coming to Philadelphia next week. So Dallas, surprisingly, I'm looking at a B plus for Dallas.
Okay.
I'm looking at a B plus. I'm surprised. I mean, we was all wrong. It's just like when we looked at this, it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Whoa. Yeah. But they're playing. Michael Gallup is back. CD Lamb. They got something there. Tony Pollard, if he stays healthy. Yeah, I got them as a B plus. The Rams, C minus D plus. That's all you can say about them. I didn't like them from the get go, especially when they anointed McGenius.
What you got, Sal? What do you think?
I think that this is the week. Is it games in LA or is it in Dallas?
It's in LA.
Yeah, I think LA will win this one. I think it's going to be close, but I think McGenius gets back on track here. Season grade, I give him an F for fraud, but other than that, I think Dallas is probably like a B minus considering Dak Prescott's been out and he's somehow they've been able to hang on. I mean, even with CD Lamb just coming back, I mean, they've somehow managed to hang on and win games once against the Bucks. I mean, the GOAT, right? They beat the GOAT.
Yeah.
And so just that alone, without your best players, I mean, you got to give them credit on that front. But yeah, I think it's going to be close. But I think because it's in LA, again, you're traveling to the West Coast. I don't think the Dallas wins this one.
What you got, Dre?
Okay, I got an NC rating for not
making up stuff. Here we go, breaking the rules.
No, the Rams. The Rams was Sal says who we thought they were. So they're bad. I'm sorry, they're bad all around, and they're the ones with the real Super Bowl hangover, not Cincinnati. I'm Cowboys. I'm going to say B minus, and yes, you're right. The defense is clicking and offensively, but I'm kind of thinking outside the box here. Is this the last ride, like their last Cinderella ride until they come play Philadelphia? I mean, Cowboys are playing great, but let's see how well they do. So to answer your question, I got Cowboys over the Rams, and I got Cowboys at B minus, and Rams, they don't even get a grade. Like I said, F. You want a grade F?
All right.
Sorry, that's all I got.
Okay, I got so I'm gonna pick Dallas over the Rams. I think that pass rush is going to get to Stafford. I know at the beginning of the season we talked about turnover machine, and Stafford is just giving that ball away every game at the worst time. He's fumbling, throwing interceptions. He's all over the place, is racking it up. So I think Dallas probably is going to study the Niners game and just saw that how they blitzed the heck out of them, and they're going to just do the same thing. So I see Dallas winning it. I think for grades, I think Dallas is a B. They're definitely a lot better than I thought they were going to be. I really thought they were going to fall off. I still think the running game, not too sold on it. I think Elliott's still not going to be the guy anymore. Pollard's definitely seems like he's taking a stronger role. But right now their defense is what's really holding it together. I mean, a lot of people were talking about Cooper Rush Hour, but, I think the defense is really what's keeping them in the games. For the Rams, I give them a C for choke and a C for cup because that's all they got is Cooper Kupp. I mean, 14 passes in one game. Sarah's just like, just keep throwing the ball. It's fine. No one else is doing everything. I mean, what's the Allen Robinson? Where'd that guy come from?
Yeah.
Totally forgot about
that dude.
Allen Robinson.
Yeah, he was supposed to. Yeah, he's supposed to be the next Odell Beckham, and now they're crying for Odell Beckham to come back. You know?
Did you know the Eagles almost got him instead of AJ Brown? How close they were.
I remember. That's right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
So Mike, you're right. You could turn that K for Cup to a C.
Right.
Right.
So it's interesting about the Rams real quick, and you wonder, did they mortgage the future? All that stuff about all these ways of getting free agent after free agent.
Yep.
Is it finally coming back? Well, now they got no money to invest in any kind of depth or any kind of players. Guys get hurt, and that's it. They
I got one more step for you. I mean, does McGenius kind of regret of trading Matthew Stafford and for Jared Goff? Because guess who's playing better? Who's playing better? Jared Goff. Can you believe it?
A better second quarterback.
Yeah, it took a little time, but he's I think the leading quarterback or highest scoring quarterback right now is Jared Goff. Yeah. If they had a defense, they would win games.
Yeah, the ranking that Sal sent, he is like number 3 or 4 or something like that.
Him and Geno are in the top 5, aren't they? Geno Smith?
Let me tell you about Geno Smith, man. I'll talk about that later. I'm still not buying it, but damn, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you gotta want to look at the genius. I mean, look at Pete Carroll. If he could get Seattle on a roll
with
or
Geno
whatever,
Smith.
you know what I mean? With Geno Smith.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It just goes to show you never know. I mean, when you just got some pretty good coaching, teams can find a way.
I'm going to call it. This is the year of sucking quarterbacks.
It could be. Yeah, that Carson Wentz is not playing. Well, so you can't.
Speaking of which, that was the other game I wanted to get to real quick. Even though we already know who you guys are going to pick, but Tennessee is going to Washington. Go ahead, you got to go ahead and dog out the Commanders. Go ahead, Jermaine. I know what grade you're going to give them.
I mean, right now, they're definitely an F. I mean, Commanders are definitely an F. Yeah. And,
Tony.
And you can read between the lines what F means. All right, you can read between the lines. Sorry, Tony. I know you coming on soon, but sorry, buddy.
Siberia, Tony. Siberia.
Tony, send an email, man. I want to get your thoughts.
Yeah, right. But definitely a D. But you know what? I got the Commanders winning this game against Tennessee. I got them winning. Wow. I got them winning this game against Tennessee. They're bringing out their the guy that got shot, and they've been really. What? What are you saying?
When you over Tennessee, I had to do CPR, man. I got the CPR.
The whole screen is moving. I thought something's wrong with my eyes.
He's raising his hand. He's like the kid.
He's raising his hand. It's like,
That's awesome.
I got the Commanders winning, but definitely the grade is an F. Tennessee, D plus, C minus, D plus. I don't know what's going on. I think this may be. Me and Jerry talked about this. This may be Derrick Henry's last year as far as being dominant and all that stuff, because he's going on the other side of 28, I believe. And for running backs, 28 years and whatnot, the way he runs and all that stuff. I don't know. But if he, I don't see Tennessee even making the playoff the way they're playing and stuff, unless you throw what's his name in there. They're gonna have to go to. They're gonna have to go to him eventually, especially if they lose this game. I believe it.
Tennessee's
this game or next game.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's saving grace is as bad as they look. They just got to win their division, and as much as Jacksonville, I think, has improved, Tennessee can still win that division. They get in the playoffs just because.
Look, Mike, I told you. Look, you see me. You know what? You called it, and I'm looking Jacksonville. Even in the rain and all that stuff. Now, I'm just thinking, the rain helped Philadelphia last week. What if it didn't rain? That's what I'm saying. And Trevor Lawrence didn't have those fumbles. He can hold on to a wet ball and whatnot. So, I mean, what if it didn't rain? I mean, are we talking about a same kind of victory? But what happened last week?
There were a few times that his awareness wasn't good, no matter what the weather was. It clearly was his fault. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you guys always tell me a win is a win. So let's move on.
Gotcha.
That's my upset of the week. I got the Commanders. The Commodores winning beating Tennessee this week.
Go
Is it in
ahead.
Tennessee or is it in Washington?
It's in Washington.
It's in Washington. Okay. Yeah, I got them winning.
Sorry, it's still a home game for Tennessee. But go ahead, Dre.
Nah, I said it all, man. I'm thinking of Lionel Richie for Commodore. So all night long, Tennessee's gonna be on. Tennessee's gonna be on them all night long. All night long. Tennessee's gonna be on them all night long. Grade, I give them a F plus. I don't know.
Is that such a thing? F plus?
I was gonna say
I didn't think that was, but okay.
It goes with
Just
I
F.
for
or E or E. But,
E for effort.
E for
enough.
E
for effort.
enough already.
And then Tennessee, I C minus B, I think, because it seemed like Derrick Henry was starting to get his horse running. So, and I think that's what Tannehill needs to get him running so he can get the passing game open.
Well, you know what? They got Robert Woods involved too. So last week,
Yeah.
Robert Woods had a good game, and Robert Woods is not a bad wide receiver. He's not. I mean, he got injured with when he was with the Rams and stuff. So yeah, if they get him rolling, yeah, I can see it. Getting back into the swing of things and stuff. But Tennessee is that mediocre. I just looking, the number one seed is not going to be there this year at all. So I just see them as a mediocre team. And Mike said, they might sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah. What do you think, Sal?
Let's see. Can I pass? I think Carson Wentz gets benched in this game. And
wow.
That's a bold prediction.
Hey, Taylor Heineke coming to the rescue.
Right, Heineke.
Yeah, I think if Carson doesn't play well, I think he's got a short leash because I don't think this is going to go on much longer because it's not. So I think if it gets ugly quick, I do think Tennessee will win. If it gets ugly quick, I expect the hook for Carson, and that'll be it. I think he's going to be a backup quarterback in this league next year. I just don't see him starting.
I don't even think he's going to be a backup quarterback. If he gets yanked like that, I don't think he's going to be a quarterback.
Who else is going to pick him up? My God, I mean, he's bad.
Yeah,
I can't see that. What do you think grade wise? What do you have for both teams, real quick?
Washington probably an F. I won't say plus. And the Tennessee, give them a D. They still need to find their identity as well. They just right now it's the Henry show, and they got to get past that. They're going to be successful.
Yeah, I agree. I got Tennessee winning the game. I don't think it's going to be an upset. I think Washington as a grade, I give them a D. They were decent in that first game, and they have some weapons. It's just, they're just not good.
You're right. They got the weapons, and what the hell is Terry McLaurin at? What the hell is he at? I mean, he just disappeared. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Didn't he get that contract extension because he sat out or he held out and whatnot? I just like, oh my God.
He got paid, and now he just goes out, run routes, and not get hit. Make a business decision. But with Tennessee, what in the world? But Tennessee, what was that? I thought I heard someone say
he
massage.
driving over there again?
Yeah.
Dre's driving
in
his chair again.
What you got the Deshaun Watson chair for? You got the Deshaun Watson chair. It gives you massages.
Oh, I do see a towel in the background.
Yeah.
I never saw him yet.
Now he's playing the music in the back.
Yeah.
Trey, just stop.
Oh
man, you got a lot of Richie.
You got a lot. Yeah, that's not good, Dre. We just said that you was in the seat getting the massage and all that. So you're like, oh, now you playing all night long.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
But Tennessee. Real quick, I give Tennessee a grade. I give them a C. I think they miss AJ Brown big time, and I feel like that's another team that don't have no identity. Like they almost seem like they're lost, like they're stuck in some old way of playing football and not really adapting. It's just run the ball and hope. I don't feel any excitement with them.
Yeah, no excitement. Yeah, there it is. No excitement there, Mike. You're right.
Yeah.
They do have an identity. It's Derrick Henry. I mean, everything goes through Derrick Henry, but if everybody's getting hip to the Derrick Henry show, then
that's true. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got one more game we'll go through, and then I guess we'll wrap things up. This one's a juicy one. Dre's favorite team, second team, Cincinnati, going to Baltimore.
Baltimore is frauds.
At home.
Wow.
That's when they go the big leads at home.
This is going to be. I'm watching this game, and wow. I mean, there's a lot of problems with Baltimore's defense. It really is, and we still know about the Bengals and offensive line and stuff like that. But I'm calling the Bengals on this one. I say Bengals going to win this one. Mm-hmm. Grade wise for the Bengals, it's a C plus maybe. And then Baltimore, everybody had these high expectations for them. I give them a C minus. Honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. There's a lot of problems going on with Baltimore right now, and what's the name? The coach has got to really get that team together, because defense is what makes Baltimore, and everybody knows that. I'm quite sure, what's the name is just pulling his hair out. So
Ray Lewis.
Yeah. So that's what I got to say. Bengals.
Go ahead, Sal. What's your grade on that? Oh, you did get the grade. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I think the Bengals pull this out. I mean, they are starving to get back on the right track. I mean, when you look at them last year, they were a pretty well-oiled machine, and they just don't seem to be there yet. I don't know why this year. It's like they can't seem to pull together. So for that, I give them a C. I do think they'll beat Baltimore. I think Baltimore, outside of the quarterback, is really a struggling team. So I give them a C as well, just for being average. So again, I think, when it comes to Cincinnati, Baltimore, it's a lot of field goals. It's probably going to be like a 15-12 deal or something like that. But I do think Cincinnati pulls this out.
Yeah. Cincinnati, I still say that teams, it's still early. Teams have figured them. Some teams has figured them out, and they got off to a slow start. Joe Burrow did not play the whole preseason, didn't have a training camp and all that stuff. So you count these first 4 games as a preseason games. You know what I mean? To get his feet wet and everything. So now you're at game 5 right now. So now he's probably, getting everything back, and he'll be back to the old Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase, I don't know what's going on with Jamar Chase. I mean, he had one good game. I think that was game 1, and he hasn't been seen since. You got a talented wide receiver core. I mean, Joe Mixon has been, in and out, iffy and stuff. So, and you still got a problem with the offensive line. Agreeing with Dre, that defense, Baltimore is known for their defense and everything. So, but their defense is just a mess. So, you're probably looking at another high-scoring game like it was last year when Jamar Chase torched them. What was it, Marlon Humphreys? He torched Marlon Humphrey. So, but I still got Baltimore coming out of the gate here.
Wow. Okay.
Lamar Jackson, JD, no, not JD McKissick. J.K. Dobbins is back. And I think they're getting Gus. I forgot what it's. Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards is back. Yeah. So Bateman is out from what I saw. He's out. So they got Duvernay in there, and you still got Mark Andrews. So again, it's a divisional game, but for some reason, every time they've been playing the last few times, it's been high scoring. So, but bottom line is Baltimore is a B plus. B plus. Cincinnati it's a B, but it's rising because now, let's see what Joe Burrow's got. He's got 4 games under his belt. It's considered like a preseason and everything. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I got Baltimore pulling this out. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got Cincinnati. I think they're going to win this one. Baltimore's defense, especially playing at home, they've just been giving up big leads, but I think they're not going to have a lead this one. I think Cincinnati's going to come out and jump on them. I think Joe Burrow, the last 2 games they played against Baltimore, had over 400 yards passing in both games. So I probably could do it again because their defense is even worse this year so far. So I see the Bengals winning. In terms of grades, I think I give the Bengals right now a B-, maybe a C+. I think they got a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, like, maybe they had, a glass of wine, not really no hard liquor, but, just a mild hangover. So I think they're starting to pull things together. Like you said, Joe Burrow missed the preseason with the surgery and everything, and he's just kind of getting to the swing of things. I don't trust that offensive line. I still think they haven't really fixed it yet. And when they play a really strong defensive team, that's when it's going to show, and you're getting sacked all over the place again. But yeah, I get the Bengals. I'll say a B-, and then Baltimore, I gotta give them a C-, man. That defense, I mean, they drafted, the safety from Penn State. They made some other investments into that defense. The defense was supposed to be pretty good, especially in the secondary, and that's where they're blowing the games, is in the secondary. So I don't know what happened. Maybe he's a bust. The Ravens don't miss too much on draft picks. Usually they're like some of the best, organization for picking up players out the draft and having them come in and make an impact pretty quickly. But I don't know. Maybe this year they just kind of made a miss.
You think Jamar Chase's sophomore slump?
Could
possibly.
Be. I don't know. Could be because he only had one game 1. What was that, Sal?
I would say, or they figured out how to play them.
Yeah, true that.
So,
true that.
Yeah, I mean, first year you kind of look at all his moves. You got tape now. Got a year worth of tape. You figure.
Yeah,
right.
Coaches pay the coach. Coaches get paid to coach.
I saw a thing.
It's all about.
I saw a thing with Shanahan talked about Debo. Everyone's like, how come Debo Samuels hasn't had especially as a running back, had these big breakout games? So it's like everybody had a chance to look at our stuff now. You look at when they see him in the backfield, they know how to adjust. They couldn't adjust for it last year, so you got to come up with something new.
Because that was the official first year that he was in the backfield, right? Last year?
Yeah, and that was like in the middle of the season. That wasn't even the whole season. They just started trying some stuff and had some success with it. You give coordinators a year to study it. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, look at the Wildcat. Remember the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown and what's his name? Williams. You know what I mean? Everybody figured it out. You see that Wildcat anymore? You see it very, it's very small. But yeah, remember the Wildcat? Yeah,
right.
That used to be the thing.
Yeah. Now it's more the read option seems to be what's evolved out of that. Now you tell
RPO,
figure out, you drop back and it's like if you see this or you change your mind and hand off or you run, whatever looks the way looks best, you decide.
You know what? I'll be messing everything up, man. You know what I mean? You give me that, what you see, you got the ball in the in the running back's belly and whatnot, and you pull it out, man. I messed that whole thing up. Of course, this is what I saw, Coach.
Of course, that read option is exactly what got Trey Lance hurt because he had a chance to throw the ball, and he decided to hold the ball and run, and he ran right into the middle of a pile, and the season's over. So it wasn't good decision making there.
Yeah, true.
All right,
hopefully he'll make it back.
He didn't do the Jimmy G pirouette. That was his problem.
Yeah. No, he sure didn't. So now I got to wait another year to see what we got out of him. So look, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap things up. So we'll go ahead and do like closing, parting shots, closing thoughts. Sal, you can go ahead.
We didn't talk about this today, but this is a topic that Mike is an expert on. So at least Deshaun Watson had the courtesy to use a towel, unlike Antonio Brown. So we didn't talk about that too much. Antonio, what are you doing, man? Like, come on. What is the matter?
Is that CTE? I mean, this is all, does it go back to that? Or
that's CRAZY.
Yeah, CRAZ.
I don't know. Does
you're right.
CTE really affect
Or he's
you
borderline bipolar.
this young? I thought the thing with
Yeah.
CTE is it's more like a gradual over time thing. So as players get older, then that's when it has more of an impact. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I just think he's nuts. I just think he's ignorant. But I mean, just likes
exactly.
just likes attention.
Exactly.
Yeah, that talent, man, all going to waste.
Yeah.
I mean, godly, really.
He doesn't care no more.
Yeah,
No.
this is supposed to be talked about.
And then number 2, my last parting shot is, can somebody please tell me where Kay Adams is? What the hell happened to her? Where is she?
Yeah.
She's doing Dick's
Yeah,
Sporting
how about
Good
that?
commercials.
Sal,
Yeah.
Man.
I'm going to tell you
Google-
something, Sal, and I shouldn't tell you because I know you're probably going to get arrested. But
Oh.
get a Twitter account and follow Kay. Kay is very active on her Twitter. I actually follow Kay Adams, and she's constantly putting
Clear.
stuff out there.
Who's the stalker?
Do you
Hey, I follow a
DM
bunch
Kay
of
Adams?
people.
Is that what you're telling me, Mike?
Huh?
Does Mike DM Kay
I don't
Adams?
DM anybody. I might run for president one day. I gotta keep it hush hush. No, she is pretty active. She's pretty cool. I see your guy in our local market, Reese Water. He's a sports person. He follows her, and I follow him, so he'll retweet her stuff. But she's talking about football stuff. She's talking about all kinds of stuff. She's pretty cool. I mean, you can tell she's cool just from seeing her on TV. She actually says she's trying to work on getting back with the NFL Network, trying to see what they can do. So I don't know. You might see her back.
Burn
on
that
TV
bridge.
Yeah, you know what? They got to get rid of. Yeah, they're. Kay is beautiful. I mean, yeah, they got to get rid of that person that's there. I mean, I looked at it a couple times in the morning time.
Yeah.
Kay made that. Kay, and I like Nate Burleson too. I know Nate Burleson went on to better things and whatnot, but
He's blowing up.
Oh yeah, he's doing very well.
Blowing up.
Yeah.
I would say one thing: the Amazon broadcast. I still can't. Yeah. Oh,
you know what? I think that's one and done, Mike. I think that's one and done, dog. I just can't. Yeah, that's one and done. Yeah, that's one and done. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta fix some things there. I mean, they paid $1 billion for this whole show, so I mean they're gonna fix it somehow. But yeah, it just even Al Michaels the other night. I was listening a little bit and overheard what people talking about it, and he was struggling with that game last night. He was just
and that's the thing because I mean I think he feeds off of his other person, and I think Dre called it that Herb Street. He ain't nothing, man. He's terrible, man.
He's boring.
Terrible.
Just dry, boring, and then Sal. And Sal, how is a slap in the face to Kay Adams when they bring in the girl named called Kay Lee?
Yeah.
That's what they supposed
to. They're waiting. They're waiting for Tom Brady and his $30 million.
Oh, that's Tom Brady. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he might have plenty of time. With this whole thing with Giselle, he might be single and have plenty of time. That or he's going to be staying at home.
and all the people complaining about the streaming problem and stuff. And remember, I told you guys I pay a real high internet because I work from home, and that thing stuttered twice yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
It's probably nothing on your side. It's probably theirs.
I know. Yeah. I have a built-in network in my house actually. Over here on that side of there, I have a terminal in there. So yeah, man. That whole thing. Yeah.
So Dre, what's your closing argument, closing shot, closing thoughts?
My closing thoughts and shots are it was a great fight tonight. I like the fight. You guys know that. But all you guys are my brothers. So that was awesome.
You like the fight?
Yeah. I like the fight.
He likes to fight 100%. 100%.
100%. But closing thoughts though, I think since you said this the quarter of the NFL, this is the true test for teams now, that they're really going to show that they're the real deal. So that's my closing thoughts.
Okay. Yeah. What you got, Jermaine?
Great show, guys. Nothing really. You guys are a bunch of knuckleheads, but I appreciate you guys. Sal, Mike stepping up to the plate. you know,
That's right.
with the host and everything. You know what I mean? So you got to appreciate that. Appreciate you, Mike. Sal, welcome back, buddy. I know you had a hard
Thanks,
month,
man.
man, but I'm glad that made
Yeah, it's been rough.
hopefully this made you, a little happy and everything. So
It
let's just
did.
keep
Nah,
it
it
up,
was
guys.
great.
Let's just keep it up. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
So, Dre, hey, whatever. Dre. Dre's just Dre. That's all. Loser.
Wow.
I
That
guess.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, I guess. I mean,
Oh
I'm in
man, I
reality.
take the headphones off on that one.
Yeah, so
What's that?
Oh,
no,
man.
so I had to take his headphones.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What exactly? What? I can't hear.
Nah,
So-
good times, guys. Good time. I was looking forward to this on the way home. I was like, yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
podcasting tonight, right? No meeting.
Yeah, we're podcasting, no meeting.
Right, yeah, just roll right into it. So I guess
Yeah.
my shots, parting thoughts real quick. First of all, definitely great show. Enjoyed it always. I had to take a shot, or at least, I got to take a shot. And I got to take it against my dearly beloved 49ers. How in the hell did you lose to the Broncos? They suck. They don't. After seeing that crap last night, and in the other game they played night games. I mean, how did Denver get primetime games? And they suck. Oh my God, how did San Francisco lose to them?
So was that
They
a
win a
trap
Super-
game, Mike? Was that a trap game?
I don't
Because
know
they
what
lost
call
to
that.
Denver and then they went to LA and whooped up on them. You know what I mean? That's how it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jimmy
was that a
G had to
trap?
knock the rust off, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Oh,
God
okay.
dang,
I'm
how
just saying
could-
it could have been a trap game looking past that and looking at the Rams, So,
I don't know what that was, but maybe it's just Denver. Maybe Denver just brings out the worst in everybody. Like every
you
team
gotta
just
look at-
everything just sucks when they play them. So that comes down to the level or something. It's,
Denver's D is not bad though. That's the thing. It's
No,
not
it-
that
yeah.
bad.
yeah,
You
they
know
do
what
got
I
a
mean?
good defense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do give them that, but dang, their offense is bad.
It's just
How San Francisco
So-
lost that game, I don't know. I just it gets me flustered.
So in our other text with Claudius, and Claudius he sent this.
oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. That's Russell Wilson.
It makes a
with
lot of
his
sense.
helmet
You're right. It makes a lot of sense.
Wow.
He's got the form and everything. Look at that. And then the helmet's on backwards. Unbelievable. That's it right there. That's it.
Man.
Oh,
I hate
my
to be a
God.
Broncos fan. Seriously. I hate to
So,
be a Broncos.
Mike, I feel your pain, man. That hurt. I would be surprised you got up and walked away when you saw that Denver.
Oh, I was mad.
yeah.
I was really mad. Like I
know you
I didn't
were.
go to
I
bed
know
that
you
night,
were.
man. I was just hot. I couldn't believe that. I mean, it's just especially with Jimmy G come back, especially because we did the podcast and Jermaine was talking about Jimmy G's back and his shoulder's good. He's reinvigorated. And Mike, he's like
your head up, Mike.
your words to me were, Mike, you should be happy he's back. Your team is going to be much better off with him. And then they go out and play like that. I said, God dang it! I use much stronger language, but this is this language friendly show. But boy, I was mad. I went to work mad. I ain't want to talk to nobody. I don't get that mad about Niners guys. He's trying to cool off, but man, that was bad. That was just awful.
That was a Sunday night game, wasn't it?
It was
It
awful.
was Sunday night?
Yeah, that was
okay.
atrocious.
Those are the worst ones, man. The Sunday night and the Monday night ones. It's just like you're looking at that. It's like, come on. Then you gotta get up and go to work. You're already, your team lost and you're mad. And then on top of that, it's
It's late. You got to get up. People in the office going to talk to you. What happened to the Niners? What happened last night? Oh, they suck. That's what happened.
ESPN put up the best record as starting quarterback versus single opponent. It was Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Jimmy G. and then Tom Brady again. So that hurts.
Yeah. Jimmy
that's,
owns the Rams. Yeah, I give him credit for that. He's at the Rams number. They got Carolina this week, and that's another one of those, they could go out, should go out, crush the other team kind of thing. But I don't know. Schizo G, 1 minute he's great, next minute he's throwing the game away. I just have to just hold on. It's the roller coaster. It's going to be like that all season. It was like that last year. Same thing again this year. Hopefully they wind up on top at the end.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and close out. This has been a great episode. Again, if you enjoyed the show, didn't enjoy the show, whatever, if you want to give us a comment, please hit us up at enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. We look to be back at this 2 weeks from now. So see us for episode number 5. We definitely have some more fireworks and a lot more fun. Guys, I enjoyed it. I will catch you all later on.
All right. Peace out.
Man. Nice.
Later.
All right. See you guys. See you.
See ya.